Welcome back, my horde. Hopefully you can't hear the dishwasher in the background, but if you can, sucks to be you. um, so first I'm going to say one thing, and then we're going to move on to the podcast. So first, I think I said it in the last one where I was saying that we were going to try getting some other people on board. Yeah, that didn't happen. It's just one of those shitty things where, like, you go and hang out with someone, you're going to do this, but, like, other things come up, and then you don't really have a time to do it, and then, you're like, oh, well, we can just do it tomorrow, and then something happens, and you don't really get to do anything with them tomorrow, so, people are busy, and, their lives, without sounding like, a whiny little punk, their lives just sometimes, can't accommodate you. So, yeah. The next part is going to be heavily spoilers. So, at this point in time, if you don't want to know the spoilers for the next two things, just turn off the podcast now. I'll understand. The spoilers are going to be for Loki and Black Widow. So, yeah. Just thought I'd let you guys know this before we really kick into this. So, we did watch the Loki season finale, which would have aired last week.
Yep.
So if you haven't watched it, like I said, spoilers. I'm not going to give you any more warnings. Yeah, so I'm not. I know that the entire thing is going to have like huge overarching. Trying to figure out the word. It's going to affect a lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, the repercussions of the actions.
Yeah.
Will definitely cascade into the future movies.
Which is kind of crazy that they did it where a TV series is going to affect the movies so heavily. Like, from what I understand, the events of Loki will actually affect Spider-Man first, and then Doctor Strange second. And I don't know if they're going to have any other ones. I can't remember the order of them all. I'm actually trying to look that up right now, but I have a cat headbutting me. So. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Because I know that with the Spider-Man one, there's lots of rumors that it's going to be like a multiverse Spider-Man thing. So, like, they're going to have two villains that are going to be from a different place. And then they're going to have two Spider-Men from a different place.
Yeah, they're going to have the Tobey Maguire and the Andrew Garfield one along with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
So, and then I think you were saying the villains will be Andrew Garfield's Electro, but he's not going to be weirdly blue.
I believe so.
Possibly. And then the one from Tobey Maguire was going to be
Doc Ock.
Yeah, Doc Ock.
Yeah.
So, and they're actually going to get the actor back, and
yeah, the two actors are going to be coming back. Yeah, all the actors are going to come back for their actual roles. So it would be interesting. And yeah, I don't know if they're going to do it the way I think they're going to do it. It would be kind of cool if they do it the way I think they're going to do it, where the first 30 minutes of the movie is like the event of like how it ended, where Spider-Man's being hunted.
Yeah.
And it'd be kind of cool if they actually did have it where it was Kraven the Hunter actually hunting him for like the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And like, as something, happens, Spider-Man's like senses just start going off hard. And then all of a sudden, like, everything shifts. And that's when like the variants kick in.
Where and they entered that realm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everything changes. So, like, it still takes up the offense of what happened, but then the next hour and a half of the movie is literally dealing with this instead. So it's like, a whole different type of movie.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty badass.
But yeah, so Shang-Chi, The Legend of Ten Rings is the next one. I don't think that one's going to be affected. If it is, it's something that's going to happen at the very, very end.
Yeah, so probably nothing.
But because we don't know anything about Shang-Chi or The Legend of the Ten Rings, I don't think they're going to use that one. The Eternals, maybe they do something about it, the Eternals. But I don't see what they can really do, because again, they're introducing new characters.
Yeah.
But it is supposed to be like, they're watching in the background, so maybe they notice some of the changes that are happening.
Possibly, yeah.
Or something, and that's where we get like the first glimpse of it. Then you got Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange, and the Multiverse of Madness, which is the next one. And then, yeah. From there, I don't know where they're going to change things and fix them. Because the next few movies besides Ant-Man, because it goes Thor, Love and Thunder next. So after Doctor Strange, it would go Thor, Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Marvels.
Okay.
Then it's Ant-Man and the Wasp in 2023. And I know Ant-Man and the Wasp is supposed to be affected by the events as well.
Yeah, Quantum Mania.
Yes. But that may be like the ending bit of it. Then, of course, it's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Fantastic Four. That's what they have listed. Even though they're actually already planning another 2 movies, at the very least, that I've heard of.
Yeah.
One being Young Avengers, and the other being Thunderbolts. Young Avengers will have, from what I know, I can already tell you 4 characters that will be in it. From what I know. Maybe another one if they actually do it a certain way. Anyway, the characters will be Kate Bishop, which will be kind of having her own show sometime this year, I think, or next year, which will be part of the Hawkeye movie. Or the TV series, sorry.
Yeah.
The Hawkeye TV series. It's supposed to actually more bring up Kate Bishop. Then there's also Miss Marvel, who should also be in it, which has her own TV series.
Yep.
There should be Ironheart, which will have her own series.
It's going to be interesting how they kind of bring her in, just because Tony's not in the series, like,
yeah,
physically anyway.
Well, in the comic books, at the very least, from what I remember them talking about, is that she created her own suit of armor for a school project.
Yeah.
And they thought that she had just ripped off, like she had stolen tech or something like that. And when Tony went to go see her, which will probably be replaced with Pepper instead. Or
depending on how fast they want to move the daughter.
Yeah, you're right. It could be the daughter that does it just completely, but yeah, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, so it's supposed to be like that, but we'll see what happens there. But apparently it's also supposed to have the kids. The kids being Wanda's kids.
Yeah.
Apparently those two actually do theoretically survive. I think it's the idea that when the multiverses start happening, they actually do come to life. And those two are supposed to be also a part of it. And then there may be Kid Loki.
Yeah, which will be pretty intense.
So we will see if that's actually the case. With also keeping in mind that I think they want them all to be teenagers. Because that's kind of where it's supposed to go. They're all supposed to be kind of teenage, like early teenage.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see if that's how it presents itself It would be probably 2023 or 2024 when they finally release that movie. So it'll be like the last quarter of 2023 or 2024.
Yeah.
Because it looks like for the next little while, Marvel's going to be releasing 4 movies a year.
Which is pretty insane.
Yeah. Plus, I think maybe about 4 to 6 TV series a year.
Yeah.
So.
Which is also pretty crazy because each episode's about half an hour to an hour long.
Yeah. Because, yeah, the next TV series is What If, then which will be in August.
Yeah.
And then I'm actually looking here. I know the next one is Miss Marvel, which will be set... it doesn't actually have a release date, but it's this year. For sure. See, I don't like that. According to this, Wikipedia, is the fact that someone's actually going to be in Hawkeye, and I hope she's not, because I really don't want her to be in Hawkeye. But maybe they'll kill off Hawkeye. So the next spoilers are for Black Widow. First, I fucking hated Taskmaster. I actually really like him as a villain. I actually have this running joke that he's actually a hero who wanted to train other heroes, but because you can't go 100% with, they'll never go 100% against you, because, Captain America will never go 100% when training with... Can you get her down? Our one cat's being silly and climbed up somewhere she's not supposed to be, and she's knocking things down. There we go. So anyway, Captain America will not go 100% against Iron Man when they're training. He'll always hold back. They're friends. But for a villain, he'll put more effort into it, right?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, knowing this, Taskmaster... This is my joke. Just keep this in mind. Taskmaster basically became a villain, so that way he can train heroes to be better. And then he also trains villains to attack the heroes at their weaknesses. But the point being is the fact that, Nico, come on. You can't defeat him anyway. Anyway, moving on. Just my joke there. I didn't like the fact that he was like... a she to begin with. I thought that was just a weird cop-out. That they didn't have it being like this guy who has photographic reflexes. Instead, it was just like some girl with programming and a chip. Basically a cyborg.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
So I didn't really like that.
Glad that they didn't do a robot, but...
Yeah, we thought it was a robot originally. But it's a cyborg instead, so I don't know. I didn't really like it. Other than that, the movie was pretty good. The ending, the secret second ending thing, where what's her name? Yelena, thank you. Yelena, she's actually set off to go kill Hawkeye. My problem with that is the fact that I want that to be in the Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah.
Because there's a rumor that there's going to be a Thunderbolts movie. And the Thunderbolts movie is supposed to be like Thunderbolt Ross, which is like Red Hulk later on. He's the guy that, was going after Black Widow. He is it starts up a team basically, and it's supposed to consist of like everybody who is similar to similar to the Avengers. It's supposed to be like a spin-off of the idea of doing Dark Avengers from the comics. So basically they're gonna have a Captain America.
Which I think they're going to be using Patriot. Is that what his name is?
Yeah, I think it's like that's what he was going by. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the end of the series, yeah. So it's like, supposed to be like stuff like that. I'm not going to go to every single person.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like stuff like that, where it's like basically he makes a team who's supposed to be like the complete kind of like knockoff brand Avengers. And they do hero-esque things in quotation marks with the concept that they're also doing really bad things in a secret.
Yeah.
And yeah, it would be kind of cool to actually see that form and stuff like that. But apparently she's actually the girl, Elena. She's actually in the Hawkeye TV series. I did not want her in that TV series. I want the TV series to be more of a building for Kate Bishop than trying to fucking have this overarching storyline with her and fucking Hawkeye. Especially when, at this point, the two people that we listed off that were actually going to be in that Thunderbolts thing, they're not even fucking alive anymore. Black Widow and Captain America.
Yeah.
They're not alive anymore. So, like, having a complete team, unless that's the goal, is to have the team killing off other members of the Avengers, so that when the new Avengers form, there's no original Avengers left. But then even with that, it would be way too hard to do that. Unless the idea is, like, later on to have the young Avengers go against the Dark Avengers.
Yeah, that could be interesting, considering the young Avengers would have a slightly different skill set. And the Dark Avengers are obviously not going to hesitate to go all out.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping that Marvel doesn't screw up Phase 4 hard. Like, they've done so great with everything else. I don't want them to make this blunder while trying to make this new thing happen. But yeah. Well, there's a lot of like different things that are listed to be happening. So again, we'll see what happens. But apparently, Phase 4 is only until 2023. So I guess Phase 5 is 2024?
I guess so.
According to what Wikipedia says. I guess, which is also something that Marvel has said. But yeah. With 2020 being 2020, there's nothing even listed for 2020. They actually skipped that year for phases. So.
Yeah, I think most people skip that year.
Yeah, which is really weird. Just because of the fact that, you know, in our history books, 2020 was supposed to be like this cool thing. You know, you got 20 and then 20 again. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it was just
so infrequent.
It was just a shit show.
Yep.
Sadly. The next one's not going to be in my lifetime.
No.
Could you imagine living? You're like, oh yeah, I get to finally see a duplicate number. You know, I didn't get to see 1919.
And 2020 was terrible.
And then 2020 happened. So like, I didn't get to see 1919. Now I get to see 2020. Yeah, 2020 happened. You're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, the next one isn't until 3030. Isn't it?
No, theoretically 2121.
2121, yeah.
It would be every...
I don't know why my brain just immediately jumped like a millennia.
Yeah.
Or not a millennia, but yeah, no, millennia.
Yeah, no, it's every 100 years theoretically.
Yeah.
I think it's 101 years or something like that. Every 101 years, you would have one.
I think so, yeah.
Because the next one after that would be 2222.
Yeah.
And then 2323. So. Yeah, no. What happened then? Events that happened in 1919. Yeah. Nothing really good happened. I'm seeing a lot of war stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was pretty sure that's when World War I was going on.
A lot of Russia Civil War stuff, too.
Mm.
I've seen that a couple times already as I scroll through this. Maybe that's just like, without knowing it, that's our curse. Is that every like double number, something bad happens. So every 101 years, something bad happens. And I was pretty sure that you were slightly wrong. 1918 was the end of World War One. So 1919 was basically the wrap up of everything.
The fallout.
Basically trying to get everything under control and causing all the problems that they were causing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird times.
It's... Yeah, there's a couple places that didn't sign the treaties properly until 1919, so... Yeah. Oh, just checking the time here, because I got my screen kind of closed. Anything else you want to add to this thing? I know we didn't do heavy spoilers. We just did, light ones more or less, but...
Other than the fact that Loki is coming back in season 2.
Yeah.
Woo!
Which makes sense. He's also supposed to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness with Wanda.
Yeah. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure if he'll be in Thor, Love and War.
Maybe.
I want him to be.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool if, like, something's happening to Thor, like, really happening. He's actually, like, having issues. And then Loki just comes and, like, helps him.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, it's his brother.
Yeah.
He's done that before.
Yeah.
So.
I know, but it would be, like, basically this family reunion thing, like, having Loki's story finally meeting a complete and proper path where he's now a hero, not a villain.
I was going to say, supposedly, Marvel released this background that was yellow, and it had all the heroes on it, and Loki's kind of like off in the one corner. Then I saw a meme, and they're like, Loki was considered a hero. I could die happy. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, well, he's actually transitioned to a hero.
Yeah. He was kind of, in my opinion, more neutral. He was never really, truly a villain.
I'm actually looking over your shoulder, and I see your Loki figurine from the first movie. With his staff.
In the little Loki car.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels or whatever.
Yeah, we're searching for that figurine for a bit there. We really wanted to get you that. I think I paid a little bit more than I wanted to on it, but I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah, it was like 10 or 15 bucks.
I'm pretty sure it was 15. Because me and I usually, if I'm paying $10 for it, it was like 15, and the 10 was like, ugh. And we were also like not financially secure at all. Where like $5 was a huge difference. And Tim's like, I don't think I can get it. I'm like, we're getting it. You love him. We're getting it. So she's like, okay, thank you. And yeah, he just sat in his box this entire time. Which is perfectly fine. He should just sit in his box this entire time.
Hanging out with my other collectibles.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to be streaming here in a bit. I know you guys will not know that. You guys will be like, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, well, quickly go over there. And I probably won't even be streaming. Oh, actually, I'll be streaming at noon the day that this goes out. But that's a different story. I doubt anyone's going to be listening to this moment it comes out at 9 a.m. in the morning. I guess that's what AM stands for. Dumbass. Anyway. But yeah, I'm going to try doing a 12-hour stream. Go at, like, I think it's probably going to be like 2 p.m. I'm going to start. And I'm going to probably go to 2 a.m. Playing with Tammy for some parts. And then she's going to get up and do stuff. Then come back and play games and vice versa. And then...
eventually run away to bed.
Yeah, and then I'll probably play for like another 3 hours. But I'm going to end this here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.